Hello and welcome to another gameplay video. I'm your host JonNario and welcome to another little video that I wanted to do very recently because I've been getting a lot of questions on what is that costume, what is that hairstyle, like on my 30k PR videos. Like, I'm just going to showcase every single costume, hairstyle and weapon style that I have on all of my characters. That will include my 30k PR gunslinger and also my current gunslinger, because I did change the costume on the gunslinger. Every other character is pretty much the exact same way. I'll do this as fast as possible because I tried to do this recording and halfway through the video it was already 20 minutes long and I've been still missing like over 5 or 6 characters. So I'll try to go as fast as possible this time around. So I will not try to over explain things, so if you want to check it out yourself, like how do you actually get it, you can type in on Google like where do you actually get that weapon style, or well, that hairstyle. Except one weapon style that I have on my Tomb Raider that I did check on the internet. I did not know where to get it because it is a costume style and I don't know where the hell do you actually get it, from which costume or whatever. Anyways, with that being said, let's get started from starting off with the knight and then ended up with the Tamer, so highest to lowest power rank. The knight. The knight's hat and costume comes from the exact same way, so you can obtain these only from the Spooky Swag backpack. The Spooky Swag backpack only appears every 2 weeks. It only appears around Halloween time when the Shadow Thief event is going on, and it will only appear for 2 weeks. So that's how you obtain the Trove Defender costume and the hairstyle. The weapon style, you obtain it from the Lunar Ronin costume. The Lunar Ronin costume, you obtain it right here from the store. The store costume costs 1,250. So this is how you get it. This is how you get the weapon style from this costume. Alright, moving on to the next character. The next character is going to be the gunslinger. I have this costume on and then I'll change to the other costume, because I don't remember if I did use this weapon style or the inner fire weapon style on my 30k PR gunslinger, so I'll just showcase both of them anyways. Let's start off with the hairstyle. The hairstyle is the Radiant Corona. The Radiant Corona, you actually obtain it from the Radiant Caches. It is an uncommon drop, you can obtain it right here. And the way you obtain Radiant Caches is by defeating Radiant Giant, and very rarely you get it from destroying boxes in the Radiant Shark dungeons. So that's how you obtain the Radiant Corona. The costume is called the Mythical Marksman. The Mythical Marksman is a costume from the store. You obtain it right here in the store. You will see it right down there. And the costume, I believe it costs 2,500 credits or 1,500. I don't know. It's a pretty expensive costume, so that's how you obtain the costume. And the weapon style that I'm currently rocking on is the Luxion Golden Horde Dragon Soul style, the gunslinger. The way do you obtain it is by consuming 25 of the Golden Horde Dragon Souls, and that's how you obtain this weapon style. The other weapon style that I do use is the inner fire, that you obtain it from Vault, and Vault meaning that it only appears from super style stashes, well, for any style stashes, so that means super style stashes, normal style stashes, and gun style stashes. That's how you obtain this inner fire gun style. Now let's move on to the current costume that I'm wearing. I'm currently wearing always this. This is the level 30 gunslinger costume. I'm also always using the inner fire weapon style, and the costume itself is the Tombstone Tempest. The Tombstone Tempest is a costume that you get from a code, and the code, it is in Trove. I'll try to leave a link in the description so you can try to obtain the code, but I don't know if it's available anymore. So yeah, this costume doesn't give any mastery points, nor the hairstyle or the weapon style that you get from this costume. So if you're just looking for mastery points, then don't worry about it. This doesn't give any mastery points. So yeah, that's pretty much this costume that I'm wearing with the gunslinger. Move on to the next one, which is the Revenant. The Revenant's weapon style, it is a Radiant weapon style. You obtain it by defeating Radiant Giants, and the Radiant Giants inside the Radiant Ruins. And that's how you obtain this spear. The helmet is the Mace Mooster helmet. The Mace Mooster helmet, you obtain it by crafting the Mace Mooster costume or buying it from the marketplace, because the Mace Mooster is a tradable costume. You will find it in the Crystology table in the Geomancer tab right here. It is called the Mace Mooster. It's a Candy Barbarian costume. And the hairstyle that you obtain is this hairstyle that you see right here. The costume style that you are about to see is the Scion of Sickness. Scion of Sickness, it is another store item. Again, that's how you obtain this costume. This costume is, I believe, 750 credits. So yeah, that's how you obtain everything regarding this Revenant. Next up is the Shadow Hunter. The Shadow Hunter, let's start off with the hood. The hood, you obtain it again from another store item. Once again, that's how you obtain the hood, which you will see it from the Guardian Angel costume. This is how you obtain the angelic hood that I have on my Shadow Hunter. So this is the helmet. The weapon style is another Radiant weapon style. Again, you get it by defeating Radiant Giants and the Radiant Ruins. And the next one is the costume, which is the Hallowed Shadow Hunter. The Hallowed Shadow Hunter, you will see it right here in the Chaotic crafting table, right down here. So if you want to pause the video and see the crafting recipe yourself, or if you want to check it out, this is how you get this costume right here. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is going to be the Neon Ninja. The Neon Ninja, it is mostly Chaotic crafting table costume. So let's start with the weapon style. The weapon style, it is a Volt style, so meaning it is a style that you get from Super Style Stashes, or the Sword Style Stashes that you craft in the Rune Crafting Profession. That's how you obtain the weapon style that I have. The helmet that I have right here, it is for the costume, the Golden Glaive Singer. The hairstyle, you will see it from, now here is this costume right down here, which is the Golden Glaive Singer. The Golden Glaive Singer is a Lunar Lancer costume, and you get this hairstyle from this costume. The costume itself, you also get it from the Chaotic crafting table, and it is called the Anubian Assassin. The Anubian Assassin, it is right here. This is how you obtain the costume that I'm wearing. Again, you can pause the video if you want to check the crafting recipe yourself. And yeah, let's move on. Next up is the Vanguardian. The Vanguardian, let's start with first and foremost with the weapon style. The weapon style is a Resplendent weapon style, so you can obtain it by defeating normal monster. So if you pretty much have been using the Vanguardian a lot, you probably already have this weapon style like dropped, because Resplendent weapon style is pretty easy. If you don't have it, then style stashes will work for you to unlock it. And the hairstyle is actually from the Wasteland Warrior costume. The Wasteland Warrior costume, you will find it in the Lithologist tab in the Crystology table, and the Wasteland Warrior is the Candy Barbarian costume. So the Candy Barbarian costume, that's how you obtain the hairstyle that I have on this character. This costume itself is called Dune Defender. Again, you will find it the exact same way. That's how you obtain the Dune Defender. You can also find any of these costume a tradable version in the marketplace. So if you don't want to spend the materials, you can check in the marketplace to see if there's one of them at that time. So yeah, let's keep moving on. My Dracolite is actually a lot of store items. So first and foremost, let's start with the weapon style. The weapon style, the Lightless Lapse. The Lightless Lapse is a shadow style, so that you can obtain it again by defeating normal mobs that drops shadow items or above. Or in Shadow Towers, you will get a lot of them. Or you can also unlock by using Shadow Style Stashes, which will unlock shadow styles that you don't have unlocked. So this is the fastest way to obtain it if you don't have it. Let's keep moving on to the hairstyle. The hairstyle is the Dreamer Hood. The Dreamer Hood, it is another store item. So the Dreamer Hood, you will find it from the Dreamolite costume. I know it doesn't show up on the costume tab like right here, but trust me, it does drop from this costume. And that's how you obtain the Dreamer Hood. And the costume itself is called the Shadow Maw. The Shadow Maw, again, another store item. The Shadow Maw is right down here. So the Shadow Maw and the Dreamolite, both of them I believe cost 750 credits. So yeah, that's pretty much how you obtain them. Let's keep moving on. This is way faster now that I think about it. It's way faster than the other recording. Moving on to my Ice Age. My Ice Age has a hairstyle called the Pig-Headed. The Pig-Headed is a style exclusive hairstyle. It's called Stash Exclusive, so it means that you can only obtain it through Super Style Stashes. You can only obtain it right here. It doesn't drop from anything else. I don't know if it drops from here, the hat Vol Style Stash. So let me know in the comments below if it drops from here, but I know for a fact that it can drop from Super Style Stashes, but not the normal Style Stashes. So yeah. Anyways, moving on. The weapon style is a candy weapon style, so you can get it from the Kandorian enemies just by defeating dungeons and doing stuff like that with the stuff using character. And you have a chance of getting this style that you have right here, the toothbrush with the toothpaste. It's pretty funny, but oh, well, whatever. The mermaid costume. This is a costume that a lot of people have been asking me how to actually obtain it. The way that you obtain this costume is the same way that you obtain the costume for the night, the spooky swag bag. The spooky swag bag, again, you can only obtain it once it appears during Halloween time, so that's how you obtain this costume as well. It draws from the same pack. Next up is going to be the boomeranger. The boomeranger, the way that you obtain all of the things that I have. First and foremost, the Hastel. The Hastel, it is from the Sensi Spirit, which is the Sensi Spirit is the Revenant costume right here. The Revenant costume is the costume that you will get the Hastel that I have unlocked. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool hairstyle. The costume and weapon style actually are from the boomeranger itself. So the Howlung Handler is how you obtain both the weapon style that I have and the hairstyle that I do have, and also the bow style that I also have on my personal chest. So I'll just show it right now. This bow style that you see right here is also from the boomeranger costume. So that's how you obtain everything that you see right here from my boomeranger. Let's keep moving on to my next one, which is going to be the Candy Barbarian. The Candy Barbarian is, again, the same. It's pretty much the exact opposite as my Vanguardian, because I have the Dune Defender helmet. I have the Dune Defender helmet, which is the Vanguardian costume from the Christology table. The Wasteland Warrior, which is again the same way as the Dune Defender costume. And the weapon style is from the Wasteland Warrior, so this is the weapon style that you obtain from this costume right here. So the hairstyle, again, from Dune Defender, and weapon style and costume here, right here, Wasteland Warrior. Moving on to the next one, which is going to be my Chloromancer. My Chloromancer, the weapon style that you see right here is Vault, so it means that you can only obtain it from Style Stashes, Super Style Stashes, and the Staff Style Stashes. So that's how you only obtain this staff that you're seeing right here. The helmet style that you see right here is for the level 20 Revenant. So if you have a level 20 Revenant, that's how you use this hairstyle that I have right here. And the costume that I have is the Plague Purge Pollinator. Plague Purge Pollinator is another Chaotic Crafting Table costume, and you will find it right here. So again, pause the video if you want to see the crafting recipe yourself. Alright, moving on to the next one. The next one is going to be the Tomb Raiser. Again, the Tomb Raiser is the only character that I don't know where the hell that I got this style, this weapon style. Probably a Chloromancer costume, probably I don't know, any costume really, like an Ice Age costume, but it looks like a Tomb Raiser costume, to be honest. But I don't know where you got it. Probably like I have to guess that probably I will say either Soul Keeper, Acidic, or the Everdark Emissary, but I do believe you get it for either of these two. I don't remember, but that's how you I don't know how to obtain the staff that I have. It is a costume style, so yeah, let me know in the comments below. The costume, the hairstyle that you see right here is from the Elysian Garden costume. The Elysian Garden costume is another store item. Again, you will find it right down there, so let me go way down because it's a night costume. And the Elysian Garden right here, 1,250 credits, I believe is the cost of this costume. So that's how you obtain this costume, or 1,500, I don't know. And the costume itself is called the Gleaming Goldmancer. Gleaming Goldmancer, you will find it right here in the Chaotic Crafting Table. You will see it right down here. So again, pause the video if you want to see a crafting recipe. Pretty cheap costume, only golden souls and flux are the only pretty expensive thing. Anyways, moving on to the next one. Next one is going to be the Pirate Captain. The Pirate Captain, let's start off with the hairstyle. The hairstyle is for the Ghost Pirate costume. The Ghost Pirate helmet you get it from the Ghostfire costume, which is another store item. And once again, like the Dracula that I did mention, it will not showcase it right here in the photo, but this is how you obtain it from this costume in particular. So that's how you obtain this hairstyle, which this costume I believe it costs $7.50. And yeah, let's move on with the weapon style. The weapon style is for the Tombstone Tempest, which again, it is the costume that I did mention on my gunslinger, which is the costume that I'm wearing right now. The weapon style that you unlock with this costume, that's the weapon that I'm using right here with the Pirate Captain. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can just check it out if you want to try and get it yourself. So yeah, that's how you obtain it. And the costume itself, it is called the Arcanium Admiral. I believe the Arcanium Admiral, you will obtain it right here in the Chaotic crafting table, right here. So that's how you obtain the Arcanium Admiral, which again, pause the video if you want to see the crafting recipe. Let's move on. And the reason I have a Lunar Lancer hairstyle, I did the same quote-unquote glitch, which is like the glitch that you use to get invisible heads. You can do so as well with the Lunar Lancer head, so that's how I did get the Lunar Lancer head, so just in case you were wondering. The Lunar Lancer itself, this is another costume that I get asked a lot. First and foremost, let's start with the weapon. The weapon style, it is a resplendent style, so you can get it for normal drops as with normal mobs. And that's how you obtain this weapon style. The costume and hairstyle comes from the same costume, the Spire's Dragoon, or the Spire's Dragoon. The way that you obtain this costume is the same way that you obtain the Mace Mooster costume, which again, you obtain it right here in the Geomancer in the Crystology table. You need to be 250 in the Crystology table in order for you to craft this costume. But once again, this costume again is tradable. So if you don't want to get the materials and you want the costume itself, you can also try to buy yourself the costume, because people might try to sell you this costume. Can be quite expensive, but yeah, it is a tradable costume. You will get both the hat and costume itself. I don't know if you get a weapon style, let me check, I think you do. Yes, you also get a weapon style right here, which is a pretty cool spear. I don't use it because I like this one, I don't know why. Anyways, moving on. Second to last on the list is going to be my Fate Trickster. My Fate Trickster, the way that you obtain the hairstyle, the Golden Horde Dragon Crown. The Golden Horde Dragon Crown, you obtain it by using one Golden Horde Dragon Soul. So just consume one Golden Horde Dragon Soul and you will get this hairstyle right here that I have on my Fate Trickster. The weapon style that I do have is for Forbidden Spires, so defeating Forbidden Spires enemies have a chance of dropping this weapon style. And the costume itself, it is the Beat Trickster. The Beat Trickster, it is another stored costume. So I'll just go back down here so you can see it right here, the Beat Trickster costume. That's how you obtain this costume that I'm wearing. And yeah, let's move on to the last one, which is going to be the Dino Tamer. The Dino Tamer, it is, let's start first and foremost with the hairstyle. The hairstyle is called the Towering Eclipse. Towering Eclipse. The way that you obtain it is by Luxin. Once Luxin appears with this hairstyle, buy it, look at it, you get the hairstyle. The weapon style is from the Kami costume that you will see right here with the Dino Tamer. The Dino Tamer has a costume that you will see right down here, which is called the Kami Animalist, I don't know. This is the costume that I wore on my 20k PR Dino Tamer video, which I did changes to the Shadow Sauromancer. The Kami one, you obtain it from the Luminopolis crafting table, and the Shadow Sauromancer, it is a Chaotic crafting table 1. So the weapon style, the way that you obtain it, again, Luminopolis crafting table. I don't have a Luminopolis crafting bench right here, but let me tell you that the costume itself is quite expensive. And the costume itself, you will see it right here. The Shadow Sauromancer, which is the costume that I'm wearing right now. And yeah, this is how you obtain this costume. And yeah, this is pretty much all of the costume that I have right here. It's a pretty long video, but I did manage to squeeze everything below 25 minutes. With the edits, it should be like 17-18 minutes. So that is all of my styles on every single character that I do have unlocked, and how you actually obtain every single style that I have unlocked, or well, that I have equipped on all of my characters. So thank you for watching, thank you for sticking around as always. Leave a like if you want to help the channel grow, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and that is all for today. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and keep on hunting. And by the way, if someone asks how do you actually obtain that costume, you can send him into this video. Alright? See ya.